Okay, so we're going to try out Frieza's team versus Gogeta. Now, Frieza's team is not great. We know that. I'm using a very similar team to the showcase video. I took Turles off because, you know, not going to be great. There's no Goku family enemies. He doesn't get his intro buff either, so we don't get the actual support. But yeah, this team's going to be tricky to run. We put on Hirudegarn, because obviously if one of Frieza's leads is Planetary Destruction, Hirudegarn's going to have to kind of clutch it up for us as a defensive unit. But, I mean, units like Armand and Raisin that we used, who could be a support for this guy, and could kind of just about be good in slot 1 in some of the easier events, like, they're not going to be good in slot 1 against Gogeta, right? We got LR Baby on the team, who's only going to get his full buff in the first 2 phases, where we're actually fighting a Pure Saiyan enemy. So it's going to be a bit tricky, I think. But we'll see how we get on. The other Frieza is in slot 7, which I hadn't anticipated. That is annoying. I guess we'll do this. Because I don't want to end up with a double Frieza rotation, so I'm just going to have to float the first Frieza off here. Alright, it's not bad, at least for them, at least in the first phase. If we were taking big damage in the first phase, that's when we know we'd be in trouble. But that means Dodoria's on the second turn without a Frieza, which means he doesn't have guard. It's also funny how Frieza, I saw someone mention this on Twitter, I think. It's like the fact that Frieza needs to have Terrifying Conqueror's allies, but doesn't have Terrifying Conqueror's leader skill. He has Planetary Destruction and Space Traveling Warriors, which, I mean, there is a decent bit of crossover on those 2 categories, obviously, but it's kind of weird. Yeah, 11.5 turn 1. I mean, if there's, as we already know, right, from doing the original showcase, like if there's one thing this Frieza does well, it's damage, right? That is his big thing. But I always forget about the Hirudegarn intro. Hirudegarn. Right, so we'll, I guess, float off to Dodoria. Wow. Oh wow, they actually have 3 link, but Dodoria will not be good on... Baby will not be good in slot 1, so we don't put Baby in slot 1. That would be bad. Need Hirudegarn to dodge. Oh, we got 1. We take those. Again, we definitely don't want double Frieza, right? Because Frieza, he can build up to a pretty good amount of raw defense, but he's never going to be a good slot 1 unit, right? Because he builds up during the turn. So, yeah, he's not going to ever be good in slot 1. So we do not want to get double Frieza rotation, which is the main reason why we floated off the Frieza on the first turn. Decent damage from you. Are you even going to be able to kill? Like, with your first super, you basically don't do anything. You can get a bunch of additionals as well, but again, we've got no Frieza on the rotation, so he's not getting a lot of his buffs here. Okay, good. I was going to say, please let that little delay not be them super attacking him, because that would be brutal. Alright, Dodoria doing okay, considering there was no Frieza. He's not the craziest side banner unit, but, you know, he did okay. Alright, so let's put you in slot 1 while you still have decent damage reduction. And then do this. Alright, so Frieza, got some links, got some support. Golden Frieza going to get supered here. That's fine. I haven't set this Golden Frieza's inner potential again. Like, he should probably, at this point, he just needs to be full dodge. Yeah, 350k on turn 2, on his second appearance. So, yeah, pretty bad. Yeah, I like Super Saiyan 3 Goku's super attacks. Yeah, they did the weird like movie poster inspiration like type thing, but I actually quite like it. It's not the craziest like super quality fluid animation like we have for other things, but it's the way it is on purpose, right? It's like a design choice. And some people don't like it, but I think it's quite cool, personally. I'm actually very excited for that Dragon Fist Goku to come to Global. He's a unit that I really want to not only pull, but ideally get like 2 dupes for from the first banner. So we can give him the skill orbs and have the 2 paths unlocked to give him his abilities and everything. Like, genuinely looking forward to that, but... Oh, nice. Okay. Okay, so we made some changes to the team. I completely forgot, of course, in that last run, the fact that the Amand and Raisin only really get their defensive capabilities in slot 1, but putting them in slot 1 there against that physical Gogeta would have been not great. So I'm taking them off the team. We're bringing the Tech Vegeta and Nappa. They're the banner unit for Gohan and Piccolo. They just came out on Global. They're pretty good in slot 3 with the damage reduction. They don't provide any support to the team, but unfortunately when it comes to Frieza's team, it's one of those like beggars can't be choosers kind of things, right? You just have to run units that are hopefully not going to get destroyed. So it doesn't matter if they're not providing support to the team. Hopefully they'll still be able to be all right here. And then I am going to bring I've brought the LR Nappa and Vegeta Easy A instead of the Baby. Because Baby obviously loses his buffs once we get past the 2 Goku and Vegeta phases. Whereas at least with the LR Nappa and Vegeta Easy A, the Vegeta part of the card is obviously quite good. So... But yeah, I mean, these guys as well. The problem with them on Frieza's team, of course, is they share, like, fierce battle with Frieza, and that's it. So... Alright, yeah, of course I forgot to turn these off, so... Golden Frieza intro again. Alright. Ideally, I did want to keep them on rotation, but... Yeah, see, they don't share any links with Frieza at all. So... Like, they could be an alright unit to be on his team, but they're just not, like... They're not cohesive with the team. Like, if we had them in slot 2 and the Tech Vegeta and Nappa slot 3, like, it'd be an okay rotation. The problem, of course, as we already said, is AGL Frieza can't really be a slot 1 unit, so that's not a rotation that we'd be able to get to work, because Nappa and Vegeta are not a slot 1 unit either. So, can't really run them together as a rotation. Golden Frieza getting sealed is actually perfect here as well, because it means he can't do much damage to these guys. It gives Frieza the opportunity to pop off. And he's still at the point, because it's his first turn, was able to at least tank for double digits. Nice, that's what we want to see. Get those extra attacks. We need the Frieza. Once Frieza's attacked 5 times, that's when he really kicks off. So, getting the couple of extra attacks in turn 1 is really good. Okay. As long as Hirudegarn comes in clutch, this will be a good turn. Otherwise, it'll be a bad turn. Let's see what Hirudegarn decides to do. Because Dodoria has guard, because Frieza's on the rotation. Okay, good. We take those. Yeah, Hirudegarn, I think, only gets the 170 from Frieza, right? Because he's on Planetary Destruction, but he's not on the 230% for Frieza, which I can't even remember off the top of my head what they are. I think one of them... Is it Terrifying Conquerors? Does he have more than one? Alright, you want to dodge that. There we go. Alright, Hirudegarn actually being the dodge king for this turn. That's what we like to see. And then Frieza, get the supers off here. We'll see the big jump in his attack stat once he's done the 5th attack. So if we can get the hidden potential additional here, that'd be nice. Yeah, so then we just jump straight up from 14 million to 21. Yeah, pretty good. This is where Frieza's going to be good, right? This is the problem. This has always been the thing with big, heavy, like, burst damage kind of teams. Is that Frieza, once he starts going off, like, we could get through some of these later phases of this fight fairly quickly because of the damage that he does. But, obviously, the defensive capabilities of the team is the main problem. Like, it's always been okay to have team builds where you can have, like, a really good, unkillable slot 1 tank, and then a unit in slot 2 that's just an insane damage dealer. Like, those combos work together really well. And you can still get unlucky, and the super is against the unit in slot 2. But the problem with Frieza's team is even the units that you're potentially going to use in slot 1, none of them are particularly, like, the unkillable wall type tank, right? Like, Golden Frieza is on turn 1, and on turn 2 he's still okay. Well, I say turn 2, it'll be turn 3, right? Like, his second appearance. But by the time you get to his third appearance, then, like, he's not going to be eating a super in slot 1. And he's the only one of the only units on the team that we can put in slot 1. So, alright, Frieza, no support on this turn. The attack lowering is kind of helpful as well. But see, that jump, like, even though his is lower because he doesn't have as many links or as much support, going from 9 mil to 14 is pretty nice. And then, yeah, there's another super from him. And, yeah, the attack lowering can come in handy as well. It's not really good against supers. It doesn't do a huge amount against the super. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty good, right? That's the turn of, like, that's what Frieza can do kind of thing. This is an interesting turn because I can get the 100% dodge with these guys. But, I mean, realistically, for the rotation, I'm just going to do this. So I probably don't need to do that. I should save the active skills for Frieza as well, because the AoE phase, if there's an AoE in slot 1, then obviously Frieza's active skill gets rid of that completely. So I think we probably just do this. Rudigan has, what was it, 980k defense start of turn, which is quite nice. Frieza getting super attacked here would obviously be really bad, but otherwise we should be good. We can get Nappa's 18 key because we don't need to worry about AoE. So, if only Rudigan could transform right now. Yeah, I can't even remember what his transformation condition is, but there are so few good options for the team. Oh, okay. Well, we dodge the normals and eat the super, so typical Dokkan meme. How much does he take from this? 653k. Rudigan the salesman. Alright, so Rudigan's transformation, you can get it as early as turn 3 if you're 70% or less HP. So I'm going to use it. We're going to go ahead and use this because we get the 100% dodge for them. And then, yeah, we'll transform Rudigan. There's no reason not to transform him as early as you can. He doesn't get, like, extra... It's not like, you know, a unit like AGL Kale where you only get, like, buffs for a certain number of turns. So you just want to transform Rudigan straight away. Don't sell. Come on. Not straight away after we've just got back. Okay, good. Let's go. Because how many is it he needs to get? Is it like 3 dodges and then he has a 100% chance to dodge next turn? So like once his transform version comes out, he can go crazy. But... yeah, see, look at him go. Rudigan can be good, but... still a lot of RNG related with these dodge characters, especially when you have to rely on them to be in slot 1, right? Oh, he's just going to keep going, huh? I mean, this combo turn of him is actually pretty good, right? Like him and Frieza. Because like Frieza might actually unironically just kill now. This one, unfortunately, though, did only get to attack once in turn 1, actually, so he probably won't. Hidden potential. Yeah, see, he's not got anywhere near the level of build-up that we would want him to have at this point. It's unfortunate. Oh, well, Nappa's just going to guarantee dodge all of this. Actually, not killing on this turn is actually ideal, because I don't want AGL Golden Frieza in slot 1 on the next turn against Tech, on the next phase against Tech Gogeta, right? Because that would be very bad. So we'll do this. Do this. and then do this. Right, because Golden Frieza is obviously losing his defensive capability, but at least we got an STR enemy in this phase. So it shouldn't be as bad. He might kill him, but hopefully he just doesn't get supered if he doesn't, because Frieza will do a decent bit of damage. We do have the active skills. I was saying about saving the active skills for the last phase, because we could get lucky and use them to cancel out an AoE. But it obviously does depend. I think Harudegan should be having a 100% chance to dodge on the next turn, right? Because of the dodges on the previous turn. So that means slot 1 should be safe. Of course, watch him super attack in like slot 2. But this is what we're going to have to go for. So I don't think has Dodoria even gotten to attack in this run so far? I'm actually not sure. But let's see how we get on. Right, he's going to super immediately. Harudegan, yeah, I was going to say should dodge. That means Frieza's now safe from getting supered. So depending how many supers Frieza does on this turn, his defense should be good. Although I think this is the not built up Frieza, so we also do have to worry about how many supers he's potentially going to get. We need a good RNG turn from this Frieza for sure. Because even if he gets up to like 1,000,000 defense, he will potentially still take some damage. Because this Frieza, this Gogeta post-supering, his normals are going to do around about 1,000,000 damage. And he has type advantage and super versus extreme, like class advantage as well. So Frieza needs to get a lot of supers in this turn. Although we are lowering attack as well, actually, which is true. That's a good... we are debuffing him, so I think we should be fine, actually. Okay, perfect. There's the 5th attack. I think the normal was the 5th attack. So that gives us now the guaranteed additional. We jump up by the big attack buff, so up to 18 mil. And then we take... Oh, he can super twice! Ah, Tech Gogeta can super twice. Bruh. Oh, 457. I mean, that's way less than I thought it was going to be. Well, I think Dodoria's probably dead now, right? Although, he's been attack lowered, so I'm not sure. Dodoria has guard in slot 3. Oh, that's... He has guard because there's a Frieza on rotation. But yeah, I'm actually surprised. 450k. I mean, it's a lot of damage, but... I was expecting more, I'm not going to lie. Just don't take 130k. There we go. Okay. Okay, interesting. Now, unfortunately, this turn, this is where we now have Golden Frieza on the rotation, who is not going to be very good. See you later, Nappa. Don't be attacking me in slot 1. Okay. This is actually perfect. Because then I can do this. So he uses active skill. So that takes off the attack in slot 1. So now, Frieza can just kill him. Oh. Oh. Or at least he should kill him. I mean, basically auto crits, right? So his intro buff has now run out as well, which is something you have to bear in mind. That's why his attack stat is now considerably lower. Oh, that was lucky. We didn't kill him, but he didn't super. Okay. Well, Golden Frieza should kill him. It's getting a bit scary over here. Now, this is where it really gets crazy, because this is where we can now potentially get the AoE. And it's in the middle slot. Ugh. Will these guys even be able to survive it? I don't actually know. Do I save the active skill for this Frieza for a turn where the AoE could be in slot 1? Because by using his active now, we just do a bunch of extra damage, which is cool. Although I suppose, to be fair, if we even manage to get that far, we're not going to be alive, like, we'll get the next phase, and then if we're still alive the phase after that, I'd be surprised. But, let's see. Win or lose, we'll probably end it here, because we've done a few attempts, and if we still, like, if we get this far and still fail, I mean, it's more of an indication of Frieza's team, which is a, you know, it's a downside to the unit himself. It's like I said in the showcase video we did yesterday. Frieza as a unit is really, really good, but like his team is not great. The sheer amount of damage we could do on this turn could be crazy though. Like if Hirudegarn pops off and then Frieza gets like a bunch of his additionals and stuff, then it would actually be crazy. But are Vegeta and Nappa even going to be able to super? No. Oh god. Well, let's hope that the combo of Hirudegarn and Frieza can kill Gogeta here then, because otherwise it's going to be interesting. Is Hirudegarn going to sell? Is he going to fall flat here? Oh, let's go. Come on, Hirudegarn. Time to shine, baby. Let's go. If only this was the term of like Dodoria in slot 3, just for that little bit of extra support. But yeah, man, it's so disappointing that Bardock is the easy A for this celebration. Like, it needed to be a unit that would be on Frieza's team. And ideally, a unit that could become a really good defensive option. Because that's what he needs, right? We need these better slot 1 options for this team. Because this has been very much like a gamble. I don't even know next turn, after having now lost basically all of his damage reduction, like, how well will Golden Frieza tank against this Gogeta? I mean, we're going to attack lower him, which I guess is the only big advantage, but like his super attack does so much damage. Honestly, if Frieza doesn't kill him though, he probably kills Vegeta and Nappa. Alright, dodge from Frieza. Oof. I think it's on his AoE's weaker than his normal attacks as well. So them not getting a super means they're basically just dead here unless they get an additional. Oh, they did, but it wasn't a super. Oh, that was close. Oh my god, we are... And see, look, if I hadn't used that tech... Well, we had to use it to survive that previous turn. But if we still had Frieza's active skill, we would be able to use it now to get rid of the AoE. But we can't. That's brutal. And Golden Frieza's one doesn't have a an action break, so it also doesn't really do a lot of damage. Do we live the turn here? I mean, we got to this point, but yeah. Okay, Frieza took double digits from the AoE. That's not too bad. And so did Dodoria. I mean, if he doesn't super early in the turn, we might actually be okay. Like, if he doesn't super Golden Frieza, we win. If he supers Golden Frieza, we lose. Unless Frieza does, like, a triple super and they're all crits, I guess. Okay, no, that was... The loading time was because Gogeta was supering, so now we're dead. Well, we got close, but yeah, let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. I mean, Frieza, like I say, his biggest weakness is his team. 800k. Like, why did they make Frieza lose his damage reduction? I guess they didn't want him to be, like, a never-aging unit, like the AGL Golden Frieza, who now gets blocked from a bunch of different events because of his nuking leader skill. But, I mean, yeah, Frieza is good, but his team, not so much. We got some, even with some clutch luck, at certain points in that run, we still didn't make it through to the end. So let me know what you guys think down below. Frieza needs a huge amount of help in order for his team to actually be competitive with these difficult events. But Frieza himself is really good. Like, I'm still, even though we took a lot, right, like 450, I'm still surprised he survived that super from Tech Gogeta. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.